Hello, my name is Carl, and I'm a huge fan of Mario and Sonic games, but I remember one weird experience with a game called Mario and Sonic Adventures for the Dead House for the Nintendo Switch. It's basically if you took Mario and Sonic crossover game and made it like Resident Evil. But the plot of the game is, well, that Mario and Sonic and three of their friends have their own franchises like Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi for Mario, and Tails, Amy, Knuckles for Sonic go to get lost trying to look for a theme park called Speed Park, but they stumble across a house that looks like it came out of a gothic movie directed by Tim Burton. They meet a hedgehog named Oliver who lets them in and lets them stay for the night, only to be tricked and killed by zombies. Then it cuts to a month later where 22 of the 8 characters' friends set out to find their friends. From Mario's side there was Toad, Toadette, Princess Daisy, Rosalina, Luma, and Toadsworth, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Cranky Kong, and Funky Kong. And as for Sonic's friends, there was like Silver, Blaze, Charmy, Espio, Victor, Cream, Cheese, Shadow, Omega, Rouge, and Big. And they set out to find their friends by taking a bus until it breaks down, and the driver has to go out and fix it only to be killed by zombies. Then finally they reached a mansion that they had planned to split up and find their friends before finally seeing Oliver. They also find out that Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles have been zombified, and then there was the original characters named Winston and Mistletoe, and a medical robot hedgehog named Heavy, who bursts through the door. They find the room and that has the cure, but Oliver wouldn't tell them how to use the cure, leading to Mistletoe to throw a glass on the floor, breaking it and leaving a puff of purple smoke, curing the 8 friends. They catch Oliver and return him to the prison UK, and Mario and Sonic characters go home while the credits roll, with the song Hero by Skillet played. I thought it was a pretty good game. I wanted to check to see if there was any bonus material I could play, but there wasn't any. So thanks to my modeling skills, I made a new mode called Return to the Dead House. It picks up immediately after they left off from Oliver's mansion. It just had the heroes chilling until Tails showed them a breaking news flash of a zombie outbreak has happened. They then go to the barricade place and with the others came in as well. But if they notice Toad, Toadette, Silver, and Blaze are missing, then they reveal that they were killed by zombies and the 8 friends were shocked. They ended up thinking that Oliver who broke out of jail until Oliver walks in with a new character named Samantha the Hedgehog who helped him out of prison. Mario and Sonic jumped at Samantha and Oliver were getting their revenge on the 4 that were killed by zombies, but they dodged them and attacked them and gunned them both to their heads. Then Donkey Kong and Victor sneak up on Oliver and Samantha and attack them. They started celebrating with Diddy Kong and Charmy congratulating them, but both of them can get up with a gunshot, and of course, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Victor, and Charmy, while I hate everything about you 3 days Grace played. Then it pushes Mario and Sonic back towards the heroes, and they left. But Shadow had the idea to call Winston and Mistletoe to get them, including Heavy, to join and find Oliver. But then there was zombies bursting in, and they killed as much as they can. Omega then decides to self-destruct to save them from the zombies. They walked in to meet up with Winston, Mistletoe, and Heavy, but the reunion is interrupted by a herd of zombies. The zombies then killed Big, Espio, Rouge, Princess Daisy, Toadsworth, Cranky Kong, and Funky Kong. Winston then tells them to go and find him, and Mistletoe would handle them. But they then found the bus with their friends, and they went to the 8 missing friends. They decided to turn it into a trailer to camp in, and Shadow finds the tools and the skeleton of the bus driver, and fixes the bus. When they meet up with Winston and Mistletoe to get out of the woods, then they decide to sleep before heading out for a long day. Rosalina and Cream couldn't sleep for that long as they got off the bus and took a walk, and they were surrounded by zombies until a new character came up named Haruto, who had 2 swords and 2 guns and killed a lot of zombies while the song Legacy and Black Veil plays. But of course, after he killed the zombies in the area, he revealed his name. He also liked edgy rock music. Hiruto then meets up with the friends and talks about the experience about the past outbreak. They were then ambushed by zombies again, and Rosalina and Cream saw zombies approaching Luma and Cheese. So Rosalina and Cream pushed the Luma and Cheese out of the way, sacrificing themselves to save their 2 friends, while the song Ashes of Eden and Breaking Benjamin began to play. When they got back to the bus, Mario announced that no one should get off the bus until it's an emergency. Sonic was then cheering Amy up after how Kareem died and the promise to look after Cheese. After they took the bus breaks down and Shadow goes out to fix the bus until they heard him scream. When they got out of the bus and saw Shadow dead and the zombies outside, then they killed Dixie Kong, and Hiruto then starts killing the zombies while the song If You Can't Hang by Sleeping Sirens played. Hiruto then killed the remaining zombies before it cuts to a cutscene with Oliver and Samantha. Later, it then cuts to the heroes Rose in the view up running again until they stop and got some rest for the night. The morning came and they started driving again, but only for Heavy to announce that he had malfunctioned and he would be powering off for good. Winston and Mistletoe went to the back of the bus alone for a while. Later they stopped the bus to stretch their legs, but the zombies were approaching, and the bus and the zombies were breaking the windows, reaching their arms through them. Winston and Mistletoe started shooting the zombies through the glass. Knuckles started to drive as fast as running over a bunch of zombies. The emergency exit door outside the bus was closed, and properly, Yoshi fell off the bus, but saved by Amy. Hiruto then found a turret and placed it on the bus and started shooting the zombies with it. Knuckles then threw a grenade, causing an explosion of zombies to fly everywhere. The emergency of the door was then closed properly again, and Luma and Cheese fell out and got killed by zombies. They then run to the dead until they were teleported to a base. It was a base of Hiruto's resistance. They meet Hiruto's friend Sakura in base. Their plan was to sneak into Oliver's mansion by having Knuckles and Yoshi on lookout. Winston, Mistletoe, Hiruto, and Sakura killed as much zombies as they can. And for Mario, Sonic, Luigi, Tails, Peach, and Amy go to find Oliver and Samantha. They were discussing a plan to get the giant zombie comes in, and they fight while the song Take It Out on Me by 1000 Foot Crutch played. The giant zombie then grabbed Yoshi and Knuckles, throwing the two of them to the ground before stepping on them, killing them instantly. Then Hiruto killed the giant zombie, who was ready to go after Oliver and the teleporter. They teleport to the house, do a recap of their plan, and they find a new, more original characters called with the punk rock hedgehogs. The leader of the group was named Derek, after Derek Wimby, the lead singer from Sum 41. Tom, the muscle of the group of the band, was named after Tom Dulon, after the former lead singer, Blink around 1882. Billy Joe, the hardcore member of the group, was named after Billy Joel Armstrong, the lead singer of Green Day. The technician named Patrick, named after Patrick Stump, the lead singer out of Fall Out Boy. Billy Joe's girlfriend was named Haley Williams, after the brand and Paramore. Avril, who was a tough girl, the group was named after Avril Lavigne. All of them shout out their names at the group at the chorus of the song until waiting for Sam 41 played. They proceeded to pull off the plan as Winston and Mistletoe, Hiruto, and Sakura, and they were the members of Hiruto's resistance, charged to kill as many zombies as they could. The punk rock hedgehogs then give him a signal from Mario, Luigi, Peach, Sonic, Tails, and Amy to go to the mansion. When they arrived at the mansion, only to reveal Samantha and their three brothers and only sister. Their names were Harry, George, Noah, and Olivia. They started to pick on who to fight. Mario had Oliver, Luigi had Harry, Peach had Samantha, Sonic had George, and Tails had Noah, and Amy had Olivia Defia. Luigi fought Harry. Harry didn't kill Luigi, but he did stab him, and then Luigi kills him by kicking him out of the window, falling to his death. Amy and Olivia were fighting. Amy had her Pico hammer and knocked her out unconscious. Then it cuts back to the outside of the mansion, where Winston and Mistletoe, Hiruto, and Sakura, and the other members of the resistance are fighting. The punk rock hedgehogs join the fight, but only for them to be sent into a quest raised by an army. Mistletoe then got killed by zombies, and Winston tells Hiruto to watch over his son. If he dies, then goes on a run, killing as much zombies as he could before being killed by zombies. It then cuts to the mansion. Tails finds a spike on the roof, and he grabs Noah and drops him, and getting killed by the spikes. Sonic then fights George until Amy knocks him out unconscious with her Pico hammer, and then drags him to lay him down with Olivia. Then it cuts to Peach and Samantha fighting. Peach then hides as she has a great idea. She finds a roll of duct tape and a knife and wraps the knife in duct tape and puts it on her parasol. She then kills Samantha. And then it cuts to the outside of the Pink Hedgehogs where with the army. They had members from the lab and Winston and Mistletoe worked on. More of Hiruto's resistance and more punk hedgehogs. Then they got in charge of the song that Help Is On The Way, with By Rise Against played. Then it cuts to Mario Oliver fighting, and Oliver threatens Mario to activating the bomb if he takes one more step. Meanwhile, Luigi, Peach, Sonic, Tails, Amy, Rush, and they were saying they were outnumbered. Then George and Olivia rush into the room with guns before Peach uses the knife on her parasol to kill Olivia, causing her to drop the gem. Then Luigi guns Olivia while holding and shoots both George and Olivia, then Oliver. Then it cuts back to the outside of the mansion with the heroes, who went from escaping the exploding house with Amy to having killed all by the zombies. Hiruto then goes to Winston's mother's house to get his son. Later on they had a party, but before that day, Mario started a speech. It again cuts to the outside of the house, and then zooms into the sky with this song, This Is Gospel by Panic. And at the disco party where it had the friends died after the appeared the angels before starting the roll of credits. I found this story to be really cool and some coding, but I also found a new mode that you can unlock by beating the main story. Then I took a look back at the store and bought the game and hoped that someone else would play it and try and see the new mode. And that, my little pretties, was the making of Mario and Sonic Return to the Dead House, or the making of the Dead House, a Mario and Sonic gaming pasta written by Mario and Sonic Fan 1000. Mario and Sonic Fan 1000, thank you so much for writing this story. Thank you so much for making this. This was awesome. This was really well made in detail. You did a pretty good job with this story. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, let's get on with the story. Well, this story was actually a long Sonic story. Well, I've read many other long Sonic stories, so I can't say this is like the latest one. But I could definitely say that this story was actually a pretty good, well-made story for what this story was. Now, this basically was interesting, having the protagonist explain about the making of the game, explaining, the people who made it, sitting there and basically explaining, why the protagonist, made the new mode and stuff, which is very believable and very understandable. Now, I'm trying to keep the review as short as I possibly can because this is was a long story. Like, it took me about maybe just over 10 minutes. But, with all due sincerity, this story was actually very well made and detailed. It was actually a pretty well made for the series. Now, I've been wanting to get to this story for a while, and I finally had the chance to sit there and do it, so this is actually very good promising right here. Now, I actually have to say, this story actually played out really well. Now, I know that there were, some parts of the story that was a little confusing, per se, but with all that being the case, it's still a pretty good story for what this one was. Of course, it's not perfect, but it's still a pretty good one for what this story was. Now, I could see this being, the case as it's, believable and all that. Oh, pardon me, I'm just very tired. Very tired this morning. I do apologize for that. But I could definitely say that this story actually had a lot of believability. It was amazing. Definitely have a lot of time and effort into the story. So it's actually one of the reasons why I actually found this story to be rather well done and made. Now, I definitely have to say that there was definitely, a lot of believability in it. The concept actually fit out well. The grammar was really good, I'm not gonna lie. Everything about this story was just, oh my goodness, flat out awesome. So, I could definitely say that this story actually had a really good, potential, and it did pretty good. So, with that being the case, I am going to sit here and say that this story was actually amazing, really well done. And I definitely have to say that this story actually had a really good potential with the whole thing. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, I actually really like this story. So, with that being the case, I definitely have to say that this was awesome. I had fun narrating this story, and this story was actually really good. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, I actually found this story amazing. So, yeah, I could definitely say the only thing I did have to say was not a major negative. It's just kind of want to point out there were parts of the story that was a little confusing, so that's why I kind of had trouble processing, what was actually happening because, with that being the case, I actually found this story to be a little confusing, Partway through the story, it was a little confusing, but with that being only the issue, it's a pretty good story for what this is. So, I definitely have to say, yeah, Mario and Sonic fan 1000, you did a great job with this story. This was actually really well made in detail. You did pretty good with the grammar and all that, and it is pretty well done. Now, I highly recommend maybe you could send your stories to the Shadow Reader. I know the Shadow Reader is like on, well, he's like, if I saw his vent video, he's kind of stressed out right now, but I would really say that you could send this to him and maybe he'll take a look at it. Like, I think Shadow would probably like this story as much as I do. So, with that being the case and with that being said, I'm gonna do my final rating now. So, with that being the case, with that being said, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that is fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story would have to be a 10 out of 10. It was very well made, it was very well detailed, it was awesome. There was definitely a lot of time and effort into the story, so that's definitely a very good thing. I really do like how the story went out. It was amazing, it was real well done, it was believable, it was awesome. Definitely could say this being the case, but although I know they wouldn't make any game like this, with the Mario and Sonic characters, because, they're usually just, they're made for children, but in this matter, it's, for mature audiences, pretty much. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, what did you guys think about this, story? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you happen to be brand new here on this channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload so that you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm